Hello. I thought I'd challenge myself to paint with some gouache for once. I'm not used to painting with gouache, and especially not portraits. But I tried, I guess. So yeah, I was painting one of my OCs, Luke. You might know Jay. Yeah, Luke is his boyfriend. Just so you have a vague idea who he is. He doesn't actually have a mullet, but I wanted to draw him with a mullet because I was thinking about painting this bigger, so A4, but then I was thinking to myself, I'm already painting with gouache, which I'm not used to. Let's just stay with a size that I am kind of comfortable with. So that's what I did. It took me so long compared if I would have done this with the watercolors. It took me 1 hour and 40 just to paint. We're not including the sketching part or the planning part. And most of that was straight up just mixing. While editing, I sped up everything 5 times, and then I cut out when there were sections where I was just mixing. It was boring and stuff. And one time I cut out an entire minute, which in real life would have been 5 minutes. So it was just mixing one color for 5 minutes. And that's definitely why watercolors would have been faster, because I know how to mix them like better. The thing with gouache is it never dries the color you put it down on. It either gets lighter or darker. It's kind of a gamble, to be honest. Which kind of, yeah, his skin is supposed to be lighter. He's meant to be pale boy, but that kind of didn't go as planned. But overall, I'm relatively happy with the painting. It's not terrible. It's not great. I'm proud of myself for even attempting to paint with gouache, if we're quite honest. And to be honest, for this painting, the ugly painting stage was so awfully long. Like, there was so many times where I felt like quitting. You won't believe how many times I felt like quitting. Funny story, whilst planning, I had a hard time deciding on the color palette. My 2 best friends can approve that because I kept on texting them which one I should choose. And at one point I landed on blonde hair, but then I was like, but I would want pink hair. But I don't just want the pink hair, because then it kind of disappears into the background. So I ended up going with blonde hair with pink tips. I overcomplicated that entire storytelling thing. Whatever. Now a little bit about Luke, I guess. As I said, he's Jay's boyfriend. And I don't know if I already told you, but Jay's father basically is a criminal, so he didn't grow up with his dad. But Luke did. And no, they're not related at all. Luke wasn't even adopted. Has nothing to do with incest. Alright? Just thought I'd get that out of the way. So yeah, he basically grew up with a criminal. So his morals are a little bit whack from time to time. So he basically is like, this kid annoys me, can I kick it through the window? And Jay's like, no! He's like, why? Yeah. He wouldn't actually kick a child through the window, though. he might or might not kick an adult through the window. He would just put the child into a closet and lock it off. Yeah. So he went to the same magical school as Jay, where they basically were trained to be witches. So yeah, he's a witch. And he's gay. Yeah, that's probably the most... Well, maybe it's interesting to know, and not too spoilerish, that he is trying to get a fashion degree and ends up becoming the manager of the band that still does not have a name, that Jay is in, and Reese and Malcolm, and at one point even Chess, and the band still doesn't have a name. I've any band name suggestions, I'll appreciate them, because I have no plan how bands are named or how to name a band. I don't know. You currently see me painting in the background. It wasn't meant to be that peachy. I just still had a little bit of yellow on my brush, and I had to correct it later on. And I already told you about it, but skin is so hard to paint with gouache. Like, what the actual hell? Why are you doing this to me, paint? Why? I mean, not that the rest wasn't difficult to paint for me, since I'm not used to the medium, but it wasn't as hard, if that makes any sense. By the way, I'm sorry, my hair keeps popping in the frame. I already adjusted the frame, but I can't cut off more, because then you don't see half of the painting. But like, painting hair with gouache is actually kind of satisfying, like low-key satisfying. And it's easier, I feel like, than painting skin, at least the way I painted it. I don't know if anybody else feels that way. If you painted with gouache before, let me know. Or let me know if you have any tips, because I literally don't really have a plan what I'm doing. I'm just slapping on paint and blending it and hoping for the best, as I do most of the times while drawing or painting anyways. But with watercolors, I at least have a little bit more of a plan what I'm doing. Yeah. Also because it's gouache, and gouache doesn't dry the color it's painted on. The hair and the skin are kind of very similar, and I don't know how to feel about that. Yeah. I mean, whatever. It's fine, I guess. And here's where the hair still looks kind of bleh. But it gets better. I swear it gets better. It's probably one of the parts of the paintings that I like the most. Well, I'm actually not mad about the faces. Something that kind of bothers me is the ear. Not because I painted it badly, it's just it's a little big, and he's not meant to have big ears. I mean, if he was meant to have big ears, I would have met the goal, but that wasn't the goal. So yeah. Also, I don't know if that does anything, but I might just have say a disclaimer that I don't support smoking. Don't smoke, kids. They probably won't do anything, because if you already smoke, you won't listen to me anyway. So I just thought I might should maybe what it's something that I should mention, mayhaps. So yeah. I think that's the point. Yeah, that's the point where I'm smoking in the paint. Yeah, I'm painting in the smoke. I don't know about it. Kind of looks weird. Still haven't entirely figured out how to draw or paint or whatever. How to do smoke, paint it or draw it, so it looks not real, but like correct. I don't know, man. I don't know what I'm talking about at this point anymore. You may or may not be able to tell. So yeah, I actually managed to get my entire arm full of paint because I had it on the towel where I kept cleaning my paintbrush off on. So yeah, oh, some paint tape peel. I don't know, let me know if that was satisfying or not. I cannot